If you've been following my YouTube for a while now, you probably know that I've done a whole series on retiring in Bali, or moving or living in Bali, investing in Bali. There's a whole heap of emails, a lot of people asking me about where to go, what to do, how much it's going to cost, what to expect numbers wise and stuff like that. Now I'll make a disclaimer right now, I'm not getting paid to come to places like this and talk about it and show you. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm just doing this as an exercise in information. And most of it's through word of mouth, through people I come across, through friends and neighbours and stuff like that. So today, look, one of the places I've been recommending a lot of retirees or people who are not in the 20-year-old age bracket, you want to come here and live in Bali. A great place to start is Sanur. Now Sanur's on the east coast. It's not terribly far out of the sort of downtown Denpasar area, but it's a little bit more isolated with traffic, and it doesn't have anywhere near as much just insanity as the traffic does in places like Canggu. Although, having said that, the roads can get busy at times. Now, like most of Bali, you actually find just off the main road, there's all these little tiny villages, and they just sort of look like little streets and blocks and whatnot. And if you go into those villages and walk around, you'll often find for sale or for lease signs. And if you ring those numbers up now, half the time, if they're a local owner-operator, it's going to be hard to understand what they're saying, because a lot of the traditional places are being rented out, and those people only speak Bahasa. So to find a cheap place to live in Bali, certainly in one of the popular areas like Sanur, isn't necessarily that easy, but it's also not impossible. So look, I've talked about my mate Alan, who's got a lovely place for about $1,000 a month. For some people that's a little bit rich, so I found another one, and it's literally almost just around the corner from Al. It's just off the main road, it's only minutes to the beach from here, and this place is called Urban Haven Residence. Now it's owned by an Aussie guy who's done all the hard work and done it up. He's rented or leased the property himself, and he's in the middle of just doing the final touches, finishing off. He's got the first couple of tenants in the place already, and we're looking at about half price. So for this place here, I'll double check, but I think it's around about that 600 Australian dollars a month mark, which is pretty reasonable considering what you get. Now, you've got, I think, 4 rooms downstairs and probably the same amount upstairs. Upstairs still under development, and he's got a couple of tenants already started to come in. And they're quite well designed little rooms. It's a nice little studio type apartment. It comes equipped with a television, your bedroom. Now this one's a studio, so you've got your bedroom and lounge area in the one. You've got some storage, you've got a desk, a nice little kitchenette with a fridge and a pantry. I tell you, finding a pantry over here is not the most common thing. And you've got a nice little bathroom in here, including a water filtration system for the bottled water, hot water, which is something you don't get in a lot of apartments or a lot of Bali houses, a Western flushing toilet, and brand spanking new. No one's stayed here yet. He's not looking at this as a motel. This is meant for more longer term accommodation, but I'm going to talk to him in a few minutes. He's done a good job with these. And let's go and have a look at one of the bigger ones. Nice and simple, clean. You've got some nice outdoor areas. He's got some plants. He's still in progress. Upstairs is still a building zone, and this is getting there. It's got some carpets on the floor now, and again you've got the bed, the living space, the TV. Nice. Now this is a bit more roomy kitchen, and again a decent bathroom with a hot water. So, air conditioned, which is number one, and the downstairs ones are going to be cooler obviously than the top floor, but I think it's a really nice place. I'm going to head upstairs and have a chat to him. I think he's already got 2 tenants in here. He's got a whole top floor that he's got bigger plans for, and he's also got a warung next door as part of the facility where you can buy Chinese or Indonesian food. And I'm actually going to go in there towards the end and find out the cost of a meal. One of the best bars in Sanur is just down the road. It's called the Walk-In, and it's a great little bar. Have night music just about, well, most nights. They have sports happening on the weekends. They've got some great food, and always a good atmosphere down there. So you can go just literally around a corner here and end up easily walking or staggering home. and these rooms are big enough for two, very comfortably. And then upstairs we've got some bigger rooms again. So things to look for when you're looking for an apartment is security. Not that it's that dangerous, but a lot of things go missing. Helmets or sometimes old motorbikes, just because people didn't lock them or left them lying around. This has got a security gate at the front. You've got a secured parking area down here as well for the residents. And then we'll go upstairs and we'll talk to the boss about what you get for your money and what's included. So upstairs, again, still under construction, but you've got a nice outlook. You've got some nice, you get to watch the squirrels run across the telegraph poles. I love it. And you've got there's another 4 rooms up here. Now, the guy behind this, well actually the lady behind the guy behind this is off at work, but Jeff is I guess the brains behind the organisation. And Jeff, welcome to Mushroom Bali.
Pleased to meet you.
There's so far 8 rooms.
8 rooms, yep.
And upstairs is a construction zone. There's some more rooms going in up there, and that's going to be a residence as well as.
Yep.
So are these designed mostly for long or short term?
I'm designing them to be yearly rentals that you can pay by the month, aimed mainly at retirees who are looking around Bali, maybe don't want to settle down just yet, but they're looking for a home base to sort of, have a look around. Yeah, right. Or if they like the single living of a little apartment that they can look after for themselves, well then monthly rental's fine.
I see a really good use here, and I say this a bit, but the fly-in, fly-out crowds are massive in Bali. A lot of people that work 2 weeks in Perth or in the Kimberleys or something, and they come over here for a couple of weeks, and quite often on their off weeks, their wife will stay on and spend some time relaxing by the beach or something. We're not far from the beach, are we? We're only
15 minutes walking, 5 minutes by bike.
There you go. And a Gojek ticket from here to the beach is probably less than $1. So
30,000.
Yeah, so there you go, 30 cents. Well, $3.
$3.
Yeah, $3 to get down on a Gojek. These rooms are all the same price?
Yeah.
And how much are they for
6 million per month, which is around about 600 Australian dollars, a bit less now depending on the exchange rate. You've got a good rate now, about 10,300. Yeah. So,
And what does that include?
You've got all your fixtures, your crockery, cutlery, colour TV set, internet, Wi-Fi, fridge, entertainment unit, bed, coffee table, basically fully furnished with your refrigerator, water dispenser, hot water, shower, the whole lot. Fully walk in, walk out.
Now, what about electricity?
Electricity is pay as you go, so if you're a heavy user on the aircon, well, you can pay a bit more by topping up the meter, but so far the guests I've had here spend less than $30 a month on electricity.
Internet?
Internet is free.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad an option. I'll tell you what the best thing about it is downstairs. Downstairs they've got Little Warong and they sell cold beer.
Yep. And good food.
And good food. So I'm going to go there and have a look in a minute. But what I do like upstairs here is there's a big 63-inch TV, and there's a future habitant. He's going to be here. Where are the guests from?
All over the world. We've got one French lady, one Canadian lady, one German girl. They've been here for a few months now. They report that it's a good place to be. The air conditioning's not really an issue. They're quite cool. The rooms are all brick, solid brick, and 2 stories, so they're good breeze blowing through here all the time. So it's quiet and breezy, easy living.
Breezy, easy. That should be the name of the place.
And the co-working space here is designed to be like, for digital nomads and whatever. I'm going to put an extra table in, but it'll all be a big space here for internet businesses and just general hanging out. There'll be coffee machines.
And a coffee machine and a vending machine and stuff over there as well.
Yeah.
Well, so you're not far off being able to rent the extra rooms out now?
I can rent the bottom floor. Room 5's available. In a month's time, room 6 will be available. So I've only got 2 more rooms to go, really.
So really, yeah, this is what you can get. And I'm not necessarily, I'd say after seeing this video, those 2 rooms are going to go really fast. But I would, if you look around and you spend time in Bali looking for these types of little gems, you'll find them almost everywhere. Now this is handy because it's right in the middle of Sanur. The downstairs are handy for retired or older people that don't want to walk up and downstairs. But definitely see digital nomads or people who have got a bit of income and just come and go on an ad hoc basis. There'd be a perfect little spot, like a lock up and leave.
You've got 2 supermarkets within walking distance, a bar, a couple of clubs and some little warungs and restaurants and eateries within that community. You're only 10 minutes walk from any of those facilities, a vegetarian restaurant even up the end of the road, hardware stores and all sorts of stuff. You can get good food wherever you want it.
Yeah, and downtown Sanur is only minutes away from here. Yeah. So a couple of minutes on a bike, and you're down to all the nightclubs and the beautiful restaurants. And honestly, some of the restaurants in Sanur. We're going to do a video just about Sanur and where to go and the nightlife and the day life, because it's a thing all by itself. The beach in Sanur is probably some of the most beautiful strolling, sort of walking up and down the beach walk under the trees. It's beautiful and cool and nicely laid out. So yeah, it's perfectly still water because there's a reef just off the shore. So I'll do more about that. But look, I just want to give you guys a bit of an understanding of how much and what your sort of money will get. Where Alan is, my mate, which is literally around the corner from here, he's paying a little bit more. He's got multiple rooms. It's not a studio type apartment. He's got a separate lounge room and a separate bedroom and a huge bathroom with wheelchair access and stuff like that. And they've got like a managed facility, so they've got staff there to look after him and do house cleaning if he needs to and stuff like that, change the linen and whatnot. This is a little bit more of a self-service apartment, I guess you'd say. Independent living, yep. Yeah. But it's also not the same price. So Alan's paying about $1,000 a month, including his electricity and his internet. So this is just a little bit over half of that. And you're getting a really nice little place to live. You don't have a pool, but there's plenty of swimming close by. And to be honest, Alan hasn't used the pool once in the last 4 months. So, you know, he's paying for. Sometimes you pay for a facility that you don't end up using, as long as your rooms are nice and cool at night time, and the neighbourhood's good, and there's plenty of activities to go. And you get a bit of a camaraderie, especially with these common areas. You'll get a bit of a group space where people sit down and read books and maybe have a couple of hammocks.
That's going to be a home theatre, basically. Going to put some chairs and things in here, and you can watch movies and stuff like that.
A couple of big bean bags would be the go.
Big bean bags, yeah,
maybe.
Hang out.
Hey, thanks a lot.
No?
Just a quickie, but I thought, look, a lot of people ask me, what about this, what about that place? We've done some out in the village, we've done some expensive places, we've done some cheaper places. This is more of an entry level at price wise, but I tell you what, you're getting a brand spanking new motel unit or you know, self-service unit, and you're right in the middle of a really bustling area that's not so busy. It sounds a bit noisy today with the cars going past, but it's not anywhere near as chaotic and as mad as anything in Denpasar, anything in Canggu or the big popular places. It's nice. Alan drives around all of these streets on his little three-wheel scooter, and he has absolutely no problems at all. So, you know, like I said, if you had your own motorbike or a mobility scooter, you could leave it downstairs in the security parking. I'm sure it'll be safe by the time you get back.
Motorbike rental places down here too.
Yeah, and there's rental places as well. So you've got, if you just want to come over here and get something sort of temporary or longer term, where you can rent them as well. So, oh, that's nice to know. And I'll put his number up again so you can contact him direct. If you want to have a chat about if there's anything available or when the next room is coming up available, and we'll go from there. So just downstairs from the Urban Haven residence is Warong Pixel, and a typical little cafe restaurant here on the side street. Nice parking, nice and shady. There's some mangoes in the tree, and I'm going to go and have a bit of lunch, see what they got to offer. I know for one thing they got beer. That's a good start. So here we go. Nasi goreng with bacon. $2.20 for a portion. Nasi goreng with pork fried rice in other words, is $1.70. You've got incredibly cheap dishes. I'm told that they're bloody beautiful.
Tasty.
Vegetables and Indomie noodles, $1.90. Buxo, $2.30. That's beautiful. That's like a chicken meatball with some soup. Roti bakar, club sandwich, a hamburger for $2.90, a banana split for $2.80. This is crazy. And $3 for a beer and $4.20 for a big beer. So it looks like a bloody good little buy. You can live here for a week for about $10 by the looks of it. And it's a nice place, nice little clean kitchen, plenty of tables.
They've got a buffet over there too.
Oh, yeah, they've got a buffet as well. And when the food comes out, I'll let you know what it was tasted like. For $10, I've just had a nice big plate of nasi goreng with rice and fried rice and prawns. I had a salad, I had a beer, had a great chat, nice comfy place to sit down and just watch the world go past. Yeah, and like I said, for $2 for a plate of fried rice or thereabouts, and decent prices on the drinks and stuff, I think you're on a bit of a win here. So, hey, listen, if you're going to come over and you're looking for somewhere to stay long term, you can. It's like a longer term lease. It's not a week to week, but it's certainly designed for people who want to move in and spend a bit of time here. And at, what do you say, $600 a month, you're on a pretty good deal. So, listen, like I say, in all of it, this is not an ad for any specific real estate property. This is talking about what sort of money you're going to spend for what sort of accommodation or what sort of budget and what you get for that. This is right in the middle of Sanur. It's in a really popular area. It's right next door to a bloody nice little restaurant and around the corner from the pub. There's a little massage place downstairs as well, and a place to lock up your bike. Perfect little lock up and leave if you're coming and going all the time, and a nice place for one person or maybe two to set up and have a bit of a longer term adventure in Bali. Give them a call, see what happens, and maybe I'll come down and have a beer with you. See you guys.